This light, it's made for it all. Mornings with a warm glow. Midday whenever it's time to focus. And when we've earned our time to let loose, they help with that too. Hey, it's CopperCarver, and today we're doing the unboxing of the Govee Pendant Light. This is another one of those lights that's kind of different. Lights like the Govee wall sconce, the Govee tree light, and other lights kind of like that have this kind of different vibe, or they're just kind of different. You know, they're not your typical gaming lights that go on the wall or your floor lamp that's a little bit of everything. This pendant light is probably the word elegant. I want to use the word elegant. It just looks beautiful. Essentially what this is you just hang this up wherever need be, whether it's above your kitchen bar, whether it's above your dining room table, just kind of wherever is fit for you, that's where you put it. 1300 lumens at 2700K, but it goes all the way up to 6500K, which is awesome. Since this is a Govee product, of course it comes with your RGB lighting. And this has 3 different zones, 3 different layers of lights that you can control independently. It has a top, a middle, and a bottom zone that you can control to create that vibe that you want. Speaking of vibe that you want, it also has around 90 scenes, so we'll definitely be taking a look at that. And I'm sure that a lot of y'all may come and watch this video just to simply see how you install it. Well, I'm gonna kind of be learning how to install this with y'all. I do know that you can definitely change the height of how low or how high the light sits. This comes in a 1-pack for about 130 or a 2-pack for about 220. Of course that fluctuates depending on cells and other things like that, but let's go ahead and open this up. All right, so I got it right here. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at everything. The little sticky pads right here. There we go. What's that? Okay. Yeah, this is honestly, like I showed before, how I'm gonna have mine right here. Here's the bar and the 2 lights. Okay, looks like the light itself right here. Let's just take this out. Oh man. There we go. Oh, it seems so delicate. Oh man, look at this. All right, here's the light itself. Wow, look at that. That is shiny. There might be a bit of glare on it. I apologize, but look at how shiny that is. There's the bottom right here. Here's the main light itself that has the 3 layers. Okay, so I'm gonna set this just right here for now. And then this should be the top part that you put on your ceiling right here. So I'll admit I already opened up the second one that I have just to make sure I kind of understood how it works. Here's the inner workings right here. There is already extra cord provided in here. That way if you need it to be longer, it comes out already pretty long itself. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to loosen it right here, which there is a tool that's provided for that, and then I pull it more to make it shorter, and there's plenty of room in here to work that out. It has your connectors right here, has your typical, I don't know the official name for them, but essentially it is the white cord, the black cord, and the green cord. And then there's also a little safety hook right here that you hook up to prevent it from falling. So that's that. It does have this connector right here. If I can get that out. I don't think I'm supposed to get that out, but yeah, there's that little connector right there. And then normally I'm used to this being on the top. We have our instruction guide, our quick start guide, and of course our user manual, which this will all be handy whenever it comes to putting everything together right here. And I just realized the camera might be a little too bright, so I apologize for that. But yeah, here's that little tool to loosen up where the cord is and tighten it up. That way, if you need more or less slack to change the length. Right here is some of the little connectors that you put in the point of the light, and the other point is what is coming out of your ceiling, out of your roof already. And then right here, you have to screw it in. You got that right there. That's good for the studs and stuff. But yeah, I'll let y'all take a closer look at the light, and then we'll see about setting it up. So I'm currently in my kitchen, and honestly, this is where I am going to put the lights, is on this one and on this one. I'll admit, I'm a little worried if it'll be a little bit too close. Like right here is a good distance, but once you add the round part, I don't know if it'll look like too close to each other, but of course that's something that I could adjust if need be. I feel fairly confident about doing this. A couple safety things, you know, make sure you turn off the breaker for wherever you're putting the light. But yeah, I'm gonna take these down off camera, and then I'm gonna show us putting it up there and connecting it. Hopefully I can get some good angles. My tripod does get pretty tall. And then after I connect it, I'll connect it to my app. I'll run through the app and show y'all what that looks like. And then we'll take a look at some of the scenes and go over my overall opinions. A quick little side note is that I only connect one of them on the screen. Whenever I did connect that one, I used the little input that had the 3 inputs for the wires in the roof and 3 inputs for the wires on the device. That one worked on the first device. However, on the second hole, I actually had 2 wires coming out of the house for the white, black, and green. So I wasn't able to use that 3-prong connector. Instead, I had to use one of those traditional twist tie type of cords. But even though I did that, everything still worked out fine. So pulling up the Govee app, I'm going to click plus on the top right, and I am going to click add. I know it only shows one of them, but apparently even though it only shows one of them, you click on it and it shows both. You still have to add one at a time though. So after adding the name, I actually then connected to the Wi-Fi, but I did that off of screen, and luckily there was a upgrade right away. So after upgrading it, I will go through the menu, but instead I'm just going to go ahead and add the second one. So after adding the second one, I do the same thing. I connect it to the Wi-Fi, I upgrade it, and then what we'll do next is, hold on one second. So right here is the menu. So you see color. You can see where you can control the 3 sections, which is awesome. The fact that a single light has 3 sections in itself is really cool. Here are all the scenes. I will be showing a lot of these off later, but feel free to pause to take a look. I believe there are technically 89 scenes. Of course, I could be a little off, and sometimes they'll add more and things like that.
So that is really cool. You have your typical illumination mode, which has your warms, your cools, and your neutrals. There is a music mode, which has different scenes within itself. Here is share space, where are different lights that other people have created, and some saved DIYs that you can apply to the light. AI mode, where you can ask to make lights of a certain sport team, things like that. Here's other settings where you can do timers, LAN control, Wi-Fi settings, things of that nature. Now, with having two of these lights, I want to be able to control both at the same time. So I'm going to click the squares on the top right, and then I click group, and after group I click create. After I click create right here, I click same group control, and I select both the pendant lights right here. And then I can control both the lights, do scenes, timers, and everything at the same time, which is what you want to do if you have two of them.
So this is where you can color the multiple sections. And so this is the bottom red. This is the middle red. This is the top red. So I'm gonna do top red. I'm gonna do middle green. And then I'm gonna do bottom blue. Yeah, I'm gonna try something different where I'm gonna do the top purple. Then I'm gonna do the middle white. And then I'm gonna do bottom orange. So it's really customizable. So I'm gonna do
both the tops white, and then I'm going to change the bottoms to the different colors. You can see here. So I'm just going to change the bottom to different colors right now. This is 100% brightness, 50% brightness, 14, and 1%. All the way back up to 100. This is neutral, cool, all the way warm. The Govee Pendant Light, simply put, I like it a lot. It adds, just like the tree lamp that I absolutely love, it adds elegance, but also variety for any situation. Whether like I just want to have a chill morning and sip some coffee if I'm not in my front yard in the rocking chair, or if I'm cooking and just need to see my food, or even if I have friends over for like a party, this can fit any vibe, which is super awesome. I'll admit I was also really intimidated about putting it together, but honestly, once you figure out what to do, it was fairly simple. And once you get it connected, figuring out how to work everything else out, such as the easy to work through app and everything like that, it's great. And honestly, get it is honestly what I think. There's been some Govee products where I'm like, I don't think so, and some where I'm like, heck yeah, I think this is a heck yeah. But yeah, guys, I love it, and I'm excited to have some friends over. Like, I even debated on like calling my neighbor real quick to come over and be like, hey, look at these cool new lights I got. For the price, yeah, it's a little bit heavier on price, but it's an elegant product, and I honestly think it's worth it. Yeah. I'm excited. Like, it changed the whole look of my kitchen just about. I do apologize if some of the lighting may look a little bit different. It's kind of tough to change the lighting, that way you can see all 3 layers of it. I guess one disappointment is a lot of your Govee products, you know, you have save DIYs. The DIYs, which is normally a good thing, normally there's a group of DIYs that work on all of them. Well, it popped up on this one, the ones that work on all of them, but whenever you try to apply it, I guess since it's only the 3 layers of lights, it doesn't look as cool as on some of your other lighting products. The colors are kind of mixed together. But that's not so much of a negative, so much as a understandable. Like, there's only 3 layers of light, so I get why it's not able to do the more than 3 colors at one time. But yeah, guys, really cool. Awesome product. I'm not seeing a lot of YouTube videos out there on this, so I hope that this helps y'all. I'll try to pair it with some other stuff soon, maybe come up with some more videos. But anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all checking out this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.